with Gina.
The news with Gina Grad.
Yeah, I'm going to have a shot of your whiskey, John.
Yes, we are.
Because it makes me funnier for the late show. What's it called? It's Redneck Riviera whiskey. And this is, it says Granny Rich Reserve.
That's right. That's my Granny Rich Reserve. 10,000 stores all over the U.S., redneckriviera.com, and we give 10% back to the Folds of Honor, who puts kids through college who lost a parent in combat. That whiskey's now funded over 110 college scholarships in 2 years.
Nice. Well, I'll do a shot.
Booyah!
One more scholarship.
Hey, let me see that.
Oh, that's
good.
Hey,
Mr. Mayor, here's to you. I'm going to drink right after you, Mr. Mayor. Here's to...
Got a little bit of a...
Here's to baseball next weekend, guys. Baseball.
It's got a little chocolatey flavor to it. It's good.
Nice, yes.
Yeah, very
Yes.
nice. Very smooth.
Yes, it is very smooth.
All right, but remember, texting and driving. Sorry. All right. Go ahead, Gina. What do we got in the news?
Well, I imagine this crowd is pretty familiar with the group Landy Antebellum. Mm-hmm. And they say they've had their eyes open to injustices, inequalities, and biases that black people have faced, and they're responding in a big way. They changed their name. They're dropping the Antebellum, and now they're just going by Lady A. The country trio says they're deeply sorry for the pain their name has caused and for anyone who's felt unsafe, unseen, or undervalued.
Well, wait a minute. I find lady problematic, because that's binary.
That's right.
It should be they, a.
Yeah, they.
Right?
They.
I mean, if we're going to keep going here... I know you feel threatened by the lady part, John. We're both old-fashioned that way. So, they, a.
That's really good. Now, the irony of this, changing your name because you don't want to, your name to stand for oppression or anything like this, there already is a singer who goes by Lady A. She's a gospel singer. But I don't know that she's going to win this one. I think the Landy Antebellum group may have spoken.
Adam, it's like when Tom Brady goes to the Buccaneers and someone else is wearing number 12 and they got to work out a deal, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Brady's
right.
got to pay up $50,000.
Right, you got to buy that. You got to buy that number.
Or you got to go straight Vanessa L. Williams. Sometimes you just got to change it up.
Yes, or the band Better Than Ezra, because the band wanted to call themselves Ezra, and there was another band called Ezra, so they named themselves Better Than Ezra.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's good.
So Lady A is going to pivot to fuck Lady A?
Yes, fuck Lady A.
But that's not where all the changes stop. So in a collaboration with the Producers Guild of America, the Motion Picture Academy of Arts and Sciences has also pledged to create a task force to develop new representation and inclusion standards for the Oscar eligibility by the end of the month. So this is with the mission of making the award ceremony and reflect more diversity in the film community. So the organization didn't mention what exactly they're going to do and what these standards look like. The only thing we know is the group did change one thing. Rather than there being 5 to 10 Best Picture candidates, there will now just straight up be 10 Best Picture candidates each year that will receive a nod. And it's a move that could possibly
all right. Here,
non-white stars being...
I was thinking about this.
Yeah.
So here's what we are. So the United States is a meritocracy. We like excellence. And the reason we love the Super Bowl, and the reason, like, we were talking about this on the podcast a few weeks back. Like, if you think about the ratings for the Super Bowl in the mid-'70s and the ratings for the Oscars in the mid-'70s, the Oscars may have rated better than the Super Bowl, or they were about the same, or whatever it is. Now the Super Bowl gets 65 million people, and the Oscars gets a rerun of One Tree Hill got on the CNN network, right? I mean, it gets lower every year, right? Because we like a meritocracy. And what is the Super Bowl? The Super Bowl is a goddamn meritocracy. It's like hey, there's 11 black dudes on the defensive side of the ball, and that's because they're the best players in the league and on that team. And if there's one white dude, well, then he's the best safety on that team. But we know, well, let's face it, he's not an outside linebacker. He's a strong safety. He's probably not a weak safety. He's not a lockdown cover corner. All right, let's not get into the weeds here. The point is this. He's an overachiever.
Scrappy.
He's always on 110%. Best player on Stanford. He's scrappy. They didn't think he could. Yeah, okay. The point is this. We'll put him on the possession receivers. The point is this. It's a meritocracy. When you watch, the reason we love the Super Bowl is because we believe and know that the best players are on that field. When you start fucking around with the meritocracy, then you start fucking with our brains, then we're not sure anymore. So you've nominated these 10 films, but we don't know why anymore. See, we used to think, well, it's the best films. Now we're starting to wonder, does it have to do with this? Is it because a woman directed it or an African-American starred in it or what's it, LGBT? Like, what's going on? And once you put that question mark on our head, we stop listening, the ratings go down. Because we want the best. And they don't understand what they're doing to their brand. When they start massaging that, they're fucking with their brand. And by the way, they got rid of the host because there's no such thing as a human being that doesn't have something in their past. They're always digging up something, some Twitter, some old TV show they did, a joke they made in their past. So we're not going to have a host anymore.
After
we're also
Gervais smoked it, man.
Gervais was awesome. Right. We literally had to outsource our host. We had to go
import it
to Nazi England to find a host. We could not find an American worthy of hosting our shows. We got Gervais in, and the point is we get rid of the host because there's no such thing as we need squeaky clean and no history whatsoever. And then we've gotten rid of the meritocracy part, and now the Oscars aren't even a thing anymore. Does anyone know what film won the best film last year or the year before? What was it?
Parasite.
Parasite, right. Foreigners coming in here with their made-up language. Hey, I'm not saying it's not real to them. I'm saying it's not real to me. And I'm an American. That's what counts. So who knows what they were saying was even on the print underneath them. We don't know. Have you guys investigated? No, you haven't. They could have been talking shit about your moms. They could have been calling your mom a cunt the entire time and then putting the plot line underneath them. You don't know. We'll never know. Thank you. I need another shot. That's right. That's right. It's a serious situation.
Adam, you're 100% right about America being a meritocracy. Look no further than Celebrity Apprentice. The best man always wins.
God damn it.
John Rich won.
I got
booted. You and I were both on that show.
John Rich won.
Right. That's right. Oh, shit.
I know, right?
God damn it.
That's why I made the joke.
I know. Sorry.
Adam, you were totally fantastic. You're so hilarious. Good guy. Good people.
Yeah. Wait, what season were you on?
I was on season 11. I won. Did you win, or where did you
No.
Far from it.
No.
Wow.
We had
It's a little elbow there.
We had like a tie for 8th place, me and Mario Andretti or something.
Yeah, right.
We got kicked off in bulk. Me and Mario, or me and, not Mario. I got Michael Andretti. Me and Michael Andretti both were asked to leave at the same time. But you won.
I did. I don't know how, but I got in there and I played for St. Jude Children's Hospital, which is a good thing to mention.
Meritocracy, my friend.
Yep.
All right. Sorry, Gina. I'm sorry for getting angry.
No, hey, never apologize for that. Cancel culture, not over just yet. We've talked about cops getting the boot, live PD getting the boot, and now there's been an op-ed piece in the Rolling Stone about canceling Olivia Benson from Law & Order SVU, Special Victims Unit.
What'd she do?
Specifically Olivia Benson. So writer E.J. Dixon said in the article that Olivia always fights for and believes victims, which is a marked contrast to real-life law enforcement officials, but that her record on convicting sexual offenders is abysmal. The Stone reporter then suggested that the desire to see Olivia Benson as nothing but a hero is itself problematic, and that in order for the system to change, everything needs a reset, including Olivia Benson, the television character.
Wow.
She doesn't have a high enough conviction rate on the show?
On the show that she plays a character in. And he did mention Mariska Hargitay, the actress, wonderful, wonderful person, but character too good, too angelic.
Where are we going to be in 3 years? Like op-ed pieces about, I find the car from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang problematic.
Oh, we've already done that with the General Lee.
Yeah, we got rid of the General Lee. Oh, my God, if they get rid of Burt Reynolds' Trans Am, I'm going to fucking kill myself. I will fucking kill myself if they get rid of that T-top Trans Am.
I have one in my garage.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do.
I will kill myself inside of your T-top. What is you have like a 79, 78?
Yeah, I have the Smoking the Bandit Edition Pontiac Trans. I looked for it for 10 years.
Country singer with a Trans Am in his garage? I thought you guys were all Fiat men.
Not this country guy. I still like to burn the old dinosaur bones.
So is it a 79?
Yeah.
79, black and gold.
Yep, 400, 6.6, 4 in the
liter,
floor.
Engine 400 cubic inch.
Hers shifter.
Shift.
No air conditioning, original 8-track, CB radio.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Where'd you get that thing?
I found it, the original owner had it, and had kept it inside its whole life, and he was ready to let go of it, and I bought it about 15 years ago.
Did it have an 8-track that came with it?
No, but I'm a weird guy. I have a collection of 8-tracks. So the first thing I put in was Jerry Reed, Eastbound and Down, son. Yeah. I mean, what else are you going to play?
Hold on, sing When You're Hot, You're Hot.
When you're hot, you're hot.
Yeah.
When you're not, you're not. I mean, you can't beat Jerry Reed in a Pontiac Trans Am.
Come on, do 2 chords of When You're Hot, You're Hot.
I'll see ya. Eastbound and down, rolling up and trucking. We're gonna show them what they say can't be done. Woo! We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Watch out, watch your bandit run. Yeah. If you don't love Burt Reynolds, get the hell out of my town, right? Come on. Burt Reynolds, baby. God rest his soul.
I fucking love Jerry Reed. But his big hit was When You're Hot. I didn't know this.
Well, Amos Moses. You remember Amos Moses from Jerry Reed?
No, tell me about it.
Do y'all know Amos Moses? It's your show. I don't know. Can I sing?
No, go ahead.
Well, Amos Moses was a Cajun. He lived by himself in the swamp. He hunted alligators for a living. He just knock them in the head with a stomp. The Louisiana law gonna get you, Amos. It ain't legal hunting alligators down in the swamp, boy. About 45 minutes southeast of Thibodaux, Louisiana, lived a cat called Doc Mill South and his pretty wife Hannah, where they raised up a child that could eat up his weight in groceries. Named him after a man of the cloth, called him Amos Moses.
Wow.
Yeah, that's Jerry Reed.
That's Amos Moses, I'm putting you on the spot. It's got a little pork salad Annie.
Oh, yeah.
Them
Cajun pickers, man. I mean, Jerry Reed, if you want a little Nashville history on music, he invented basically what we call chicken picking, which is that kind of stuff. Nobody ever really played it like that until Jerry Reed showed up. And like Ricky Skaggs and Vince Gill and Steve Wariner and all the great pickers will tell you, when Jerry Reed and Glenn Campbell and some of those guys came through town, the only guy prior to them that had that much impact was Chet Atkins. I mean, that was it. He was a bad man.
I think a lot of people think of him as the actor guy from Smoking the Bandit, but they don't realize.
One of the greatest guitar players ever walked through our town.
Really?
Absolutely.
See, people don't know that. And,
Adam.
Yeah.
I'm glad, John, I'm a country music fan. I'm glad you brought up Vince Gill as a great type of guitarist because my parents were big fans of him back in the 90s, but everyone thought of him as this pretty boy with the pretty voice and all that stuff. He could fucking play, man. He really picked that guitar.
Yeah, Nashville wasn't built on people that can't really do it. You know, like part of our thing is, from day one, Grand Ole Opry, you had to walk in there barefoot on a wood floor and let it rip over AM 650, which is 50,000 watts of AM power blasting all over, the Southeast and through the Midwest even. And if you didn't have the goods, they didn't invite you back. And that's how it still is. You got to be able to really sit up and just, like you just say, play me some Jerry Reed. Well, by God, if I can't play this man some Jerry Reed, I need to just get the hell out of here right now. Because I'm not real if I can't do that, right? But I could play a little bit.
No, you did. And I know what it's like when you're hot, like we are. Like, because people don't think I'm funny because, the matinee idol, good looks and everything. But they don't understand we can bring it as well. Don't let the facade fool you. And I think that's what you're talking about with Vince Gill. Sorry, Gina Grad. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, well, since we're talking about the greats and we're talking about the great state of Tennessee, this is very, very important. A statue of former KKK leader and Confederate soldier Nathan Bedford Forrest that has been in Tennessee Capitol for over 40 years could be replaced by statues of Dolly Parton.
Oh.
Republican State Rep Jeremy Faison said he could think of 100 other people.
What if we just did this? What if we just... I don't know if this is going to work or not, but couldn't we just put an giant inflatable Oprah on every building over 7 stories? In every city. You know what I mean? If it's above 7 stories, there's a giant Oprah, and she's just kind of looking down on everybody. We'll mix it up. We'll throw Gale on some of the smaller buildings, and everyone will just live in a world that's just governed by a giant inflatable Oprah, and then we don't have to argue about the statues anymore. And we'll take all the statues and we'll put in giant inflatable Oprah over them, so she actually engulfs them, and then we won't have to do it. But the Dolly statue I like, but then they don't have Dolly statues. They have to do Dolly statues. They have to pick an era for Dolly, right? We go in 70s Dolly, we go in 90s Dolly, we go in today's Dolly. What Dolly
Why
do we
choose?
go
Why
in?
not a little from column A, a little from column B? A little pure and simple. We do a little Tennessee Mountain Home. We can do all the Dollies.
Right. We'll do all that.
I think the Porter Wagner version of the Dolly era. I mean, guys, I don't know. What do you think about the Dolly of about 1978, 79?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, we don't have all the statues are old, like Civil War era, but we don't have enough women statues out there, and I really don't give a shit. But I feel like that would get an applause. The hot chick I could ingratiate. We need more women out there. When I take my daughter out for a walk, she needs to see more women out there. And Dolly be a good place for the pigeons to hang out, because she's got that.
Do you know what's true about what you just said? There is a statue of Dolly from all of her work with the Imagination Library, and she said her daddy would come out every single day and wipe the pigeon shit off of her statue. So don't you worry about that. It'll be taken care of.
By the way, that wasn't pigeon shit. I was drunk. I'm sorry, but I like a nice bosom on a statue.
Oh, boy.
Sorry, guilty as charged. I know it sounds weird. So I'm another shot of this whiskey. I can't.
Oh, boy.
Get you some Granny Rich,
It makes me funnier.
I do have to ask Mr. Rich a question because Dolly Parton is my number 100 favorite celebrity saint angel that exists in humanity. Have you had the pleasure of meeting her?
I have, a couple of times. First time I ever met her was in an airport, and it was like really quick, but it's Dolly Parton, and you're so just blown away that it's actually her. And I think you used a good word for her, saint.
Yeah.
She's just, you're talking about somebody who's written thousands upon thousands of songs. She still writes thousands of songs. I don't think she ever got into music to do anything other than just to make great music. When Gatlinburg caught on fire a few years ago and a lot of it burned, Dolly had this massive fundraiser for that and invited Big and Rich. We came and we got to meet her for that as well. I would be fine to have Dolly Parton statues on the top of every building in America
Yeah,
to remind them what's great about America. Dolly Parton.
Amen.
It don't get no better than Dolly Parton.
No.
Dolly
great.
for president. Dolly
I agree.
For president.
Hey, Gina, is her first name, her real name Dolly? What's
Yeah.
on her birth certificate? Is it?
Dolly.
It's not.
Her name is Dolly.
That's it.
Gina
Not
has a
short
copy.
for anything. There's nothing that comes after it.
No, she's Dolly Parton. And, you know that every time I see the video, because I've brought it up more times than I care to mention, her song Backwoods Barbie literally makes me cry. Everything she says, it's not cheesy when Dolly says it. Everything is real and amazing, except for the boobs and the wigs.
Yeah. All right. Totally authentic, except for everything above the waist. All right, let's do one more, Gina Grad.
All right. Well, let's see here. What could follow that? You know what? I think a good PSA. People are starting to get out there more. Businesses are opening up. People are getting back together. So I think this is probably pretty important. A new health survey suggests that couples should have sex while wearing face masks to reduce the transmission of COVID-19 from one person to the other. They actually did a power ranking of the type of sexual stuff you should get into. And
Gina, I like this because
Of course you do.
normally when I'm banging my wife, her throw up gets all over the bed. It's like it's all over the comforter, the duvet.
Yeah.
It's a goddamn
the
mess.
snickering. The snickering just gets
You don't
all
want to
over.
see the smug
But this
smirk.
could contain it. You're right. That's a good idea. I like where your head's at.
So there is a power ranking with one very important bonus honorary mention. So the way they would prefer you gratify yourself is, first of all, abstinence. Boring.
Right.
Next, masturbation. Next, phone or video sex, but they do want you to be careful of not getting extorted with revenge porn.
Yeah.
Next is sex with someone you live with, hopefully not related to. And the worst thing you could do is sex with someone you don't live with. So
Wow.
another study suggested...
Hold on, Gina. I think you left out the worst.
Yeah.
Sex with an elderly parent.
Oh, that's true.
I'm sorry I had to bring that up, but they are at risk, people.
They are at risk.
God bless them, but they're at risk. So
You're absolutely
if anyone's
right.
thinking about sex with an elderly parent, just please
Yeah. They
wait
could
till
break a
after
hip,
the
pop a
COVID.
lung.
Wait till after. Let it pass. Let
Yeah.
it pass. Sorry, go ahead.
You're absolutely right. Another study, though they didn't use the two words that everybody wanted them to use, it's basically what they were implying. They said you should have sex through some sort of hole. So
right.
one of the researchers at an esteemed medical clinic is
I
recommending
always have sex
glory
with
holes.
some sort of hole.
Well, I
They would
feel
like
like
you to use a glory hole to keep yourself safe.
weren't the Hasidic Jews way ahead of the curve here with the sheet? And also,
Indeed we were.
I like the lucite, and I'll tell you why. 3/4 inch ply. We've talked about this before. 3/4 inch ply is going to cut into 40% of my dick. I don't know. I'm not a mathematician. I can't extrapolate it, but that's a good piece of my cock. Where the Lexan, that's 3/16. It's all gravy after that.
Amen.
And not brown gravy. So don't go with the ply glory hole. Go with the Lexan glory hole. But if you go with ply, go with the marine grade. Because any builders out here? Anyone know the difference between CDX and good one side? Okay, I used to be a carpenter. That's all. I'm just saying. The stuff's got a little heft to it. It really cuts back on the dick. Hey, sorry, but John, you know the official way to measure your dick? It's a lot of people.
No.
Yeah, well, here's the problem. Do you have a song about my dick? A lot of people use the measuring stick and they get it all pushed up in there and they get some.
I don't have a song about your dick, but I did write a song about Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, you did? Oh, we're gonna. Should we hear
Later.
that? Oh, we'll hear it later. We'll hear it backstage. So, the way to officially measure your dick so you're not cheating, because again, a lot of people do the thing with the yardstick and they envelop it. All right, so here it is. It's the way I measure my dick, and I think it would work universally. You measure center of the anus. Center, no cheating. Center to just past the tip. Just past. Don't get greedy. You cannot get greedy.
Around the balls.
Oh yeah,
Once
sorry.
around the
Yeah,
balls.
you do it with yarn. Center of the anus. Once around the balls, just past the tip, and then you lay. But you don't cheat. You can't stretch it out. Okay, you have to lay that down on a yardstick, and whatever it says, that's it. Mine was 29 inches. But I'm being honest. You know.
Well, this is helpful for John. The other guy's known as big.
Let's go out on a big joke from Bald Brian. That was a great joke, Bald. All right. Bring it home, Gina Grad.
You got it. I'm Gina Grad, and that's the news.
That was the news with Gina Grad.